welcome back to RATG, Ryan's All Things Geek, right here on 103.7 FM, Brock University Radio. Or you can be listening to us live online at cfbu.ca.
Black Magic. You got to know, got to show.
All right, so Ryan Fleming here from RATG Radio, and I am sitting here with comic horror illustrator, the one, the only, Mr. Steve McGinnis. How's it going, Steve?
It's going great. How's it going?
Very good, man. Good to see you. Always great to see you. One of our big friends from the page. You've got one of the greatest artistic styles I've seen around.
Oh, well, thanks.
And that's just not me just because I'm here with you. I've always admired your work. Even if you look at the picture of Christopher Lee, just your detail alone is off the chart. What were your influences growing up?
Oh, my influences definitely Fereza. Like, I used to love the Conan covers, Heavy Metal Magazine. Then I got into Frank Miller, Kelly Jones for his dark style. Like when he did Batman, just unreal. Or Swamp Thing, unreal. Then basically when I started painting in the 90s, like in an art studio, I was doing a lot of nature art. So I was really focusing on the eyes, and then I bring that over to my human compositions.
And like I said, a lot of your artwork, I mean, looks like it could have been a picture taken from the person, which is just amazing and a testament to yourself. So let's tell our viewers at home what they can look forward to or what they could purchase of yours. What do we got out there for them?
Oh, right now I got all my prints out there coming up soon. Probably in about 3 weeks. I'm going to have the publisher send me the new book of the Harvester, Rise of the Harvester, Volume 1. And
I can't wait.
I know, it's going to be a ride.
So now, is this your first solo comic?
Yes,
because you wrote it.
I wrote it and illustrated it. Yeah, it was my first adventure. I've illustrated a lot of books before, but you know, I was sitting at a con one day and I was like, "That's it. I'm taking the leap. I'm going to write it. I'm going to illustrate it." Now,
what are some of the hardships that you come across when you go from just illustrating to actually having to do all of it?
The hardship for me is I'm a horrible speller. My punctuation's awful. So I gave the editors in the SST Publishing quite a run. Like I made them work.
No doubt.
But that also, I mostly, because I'm an illustrator, I didn't have the story in front of me and went, okay, panel 1, this point of view, you know, light coming over the harvester. I didn't do that. I basically ran it in my head like a film. If you see the book, it plays out like a storyboard because I storyboard films as well. So I drew it like a film, and then I added the text after. Yeah. So
you say you storyboarded some films. What kind of films have you storyboarded?
Mostly horror. There is a couple here in Ontario, in Toronto, and then there's a few in the UK. Yeah. So
anything in particular we can find or look for? Anything that's out?
The one is kind of hush-hush. It's a werewolf transformation they wanted me to illustrate over in the UK. The other one was Late Night Double Feature. Actually, no. I forget the name of it. It was, Tales from Hell by Kelly Michael Stewart. Actually, at the back of this book, you'll see some of the... Sorry about that. There's one of the promo posters I did for it with Robert Nolan.
Oh, wow.
And I storyboarded some of the basically fight and kill scenes in that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So what's coming next then for you? We know we've got the Harvester coming out.
Yeah.
Are we planning on that to be an ongoing series? Yeah. And is that going to be where your main focus is, or are you going to be a multi-title kind of guy?
You know what? It's funny. I'm kind of all over the place. I've got another story in the back of my head I'd like to tackle. A monster story, actually.
Oh, wow.
But I really got to finish this second Harvester. It takes place in a convention. So, you know, you put a serial slasher killer in a convention with 25,000 people, you know, it's like a human meat grinder.
Especially when you take into effect that all the cosplayers there as well.
You know, yeah, because people will applaud probably at first because they don't realize it's not a show.
Exactly. But I just want to say thanks so much, Steve. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you and getting to see you. We don't get to do this enough.
I know. I'd like to just sit and talk wrestling and nerd talk. You know,
Yes, well, we've always talked about getting together for a podcast,
Yes.
which is going to be coming up soon. For our wrestling geeks out there, Steve is another huge wrestling geek like myself, so we will bring you some good stuff. So for Steve McGinnis, horror illustrator, Ryan Fleming, RATG Radio, don't forget to check us out every Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 103.7 FM, CFBU. Peace.
Yeah, Black Magic.